I do. I don't think it'll last long, but just at present, I think it is a buyer's market. Properties are staying on the market a lot longer than they were. In some cases out to several months, whereas before it was only a few weeks. And of course, we've also seen clearance rated auctions fall quite dramatically. So I do think there are some opportunities for buyers there at the moment. Oh, it would be silly to say that some people aren't concerned. Of course they would be. Some sellers whose properties have been on the market for some weeks or months, perhaps are not getting many offers, they would be concerned. But what is interesting from their welfare point of view is we haven't seen much price reduction. So prices are still, generally speaking, holding up pretty well. And properties are selling, they're just taking a bit longer. So I say to those, particularly to the vendors, be patient. Also be aware that if your property is perceived as being a bit overpriced, it will sit there for a long time, because buyers now are very value oriented, they're looking for value. So if they perceive there's not quite enough property there for the dollars wanted, then the property won't sell very quickly. As far as agents go, well, that's part of our life. I mean, sometimes things happen quickly and sometimes they don't. Most agents have been doing this work for many, many years, and they're used to all sectors of the market. Well, I think the situation for first home buyers is improving. We've got the state government giving them a $4,000 leg up, which they can put with their $7,000 from the federal government. We're also seeing some profound changes to planning laws in South Australia, which I think is going to open up supply considerably. We're going to see a denser use of existing stocks. We're seeing a vastly improved transport. So I do think our supply situation, which is incidentally has been the lack of supply, particularly last year, which was noticed, which drove up prices so much. Last year, you might recall, prices rose by about 20% just in 1 year, so clearly that can't go on. So with these proposed changes to planning legislation, the increased transport infrastructure and the government assistances, both state and federal, I do think the opportunities for first home buyers have really picked up markedly, and frankly so they should, because first home buyers have fallen from about 20% of the market to about 13% in the last 5 years. So clearly that's a worrying trend, and it doesn't have to be that way. There's no reason that people shouldn't believe they couldn't buy their own home, and there are ways to achieve that.